Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am frankly FM82 and a big thank you for dropping by, checking out another one of my videos right here on the YouTube channel. So today we are back with the Red Bull Salzburg challenge. Yes, we are rebuilding Salzburg. We are taking up the task of trying to make them the biggest of the Red Bull brands across the Red Bull portfolio. So in the past couple of episodes we have started out, we have now moved on to the 3rd of September 2022, and that means today we are through the second summer transfer window. Remember, we didn't take part in the first one. This is the first summer transfer window that we have took part in. Today we're going to introduce some of the players we have brought in, show you the players that have left the club, and also I'm going to show you how we have got on at the start of the second season and how we are doing in terms of the squad. Before we do that though, let me know what you think of the new layout. Obviously, for the past couple of rebuild challenges and for the past couple of months, I've been working with a sidebar, camera off of the screen. Decided to come back onto the picture and have the screen full screen. Was just a little bit too squashed. Didn't get any bad feedback from it, but it's nicer to look at a full screen. Tried to reduce the size of the camera in the corner so you don't lose as much of the information as you would like. I know that at the moment you can't see the transfer fees for the players that have gone out, but I will run you through those anyway. So let's get into it then. Let's get into this summer transfer window. So the first thing is the players that have gone out. As always, summer transfer windows have two parts. You have that date from the 9th of June when that transfer window opens all the way through until the 1st of July. Once that ticks over, from the 1st of July until the end of August is counted as the new season. So we will start off looking at any of the transfers that we have made or any of the players that have gone out. And luckily for me this time, there are no transfer dealings that happened in between that gap. And we have literally just started from the 1st of the 7th. So let's go straight through these then. So Rasmus Christiansen was the first player to go out. He has gone to Everton for 8.5 million. Kylian Ludwig has gone to Brest on a free. Mr. Adeyemi, this is the one that broke my heart. Knew it was coming. Couldn't really keep all of these wonder kids and the players that everybody loves to sign in this game. They have picked him up. £37.5 million. We forced them all the way into that kind of territory to get the money out of them. I think he might have had a minimum release clause, and they kept coming in with littler offers, and we just said, right, pay the clause or go away. They chose to pay the clause, and they have taken Adeyemi away from us. The next player then, Antoine Bernade, he has gone to Bochum for 2.2 million. Yuba Diarra has gone to Reims for on a loan. We've got Juanda Fuentes gone out to Florisdorfer on loan. Brendan Aronson has gone out on loan to Wolfsburg for a 1.1 million fee. Struggling to get him into the first team. I know in real life he has started the season wonderfully for Leeds. He's going to be a very popular player on FM23. Struggling with him though at the moment here because of the players that we have in. Alex Robertson has gone out on loan to Horn to get some experience. Damani Mella has gone out to Florisdorfer as well on loan. We sold Jasper van der Werf. He has gone to Hoffenheim for £1.8 million. And Tolgaheen Sahin has gone to Amstetten on loan for 3.6k. So that's the players that have gone out. Let's have a little look at who we have signed to replace them then. So the first player that has come in is Alex Kapakpi. Alex Kapakpi. He is a central defender who can play on the left. A tall, 6'2", good pace, good acceleration, good tackling, 18 years old. I think he's going to be a bit of a bargain. Couldn't get in the Chelsea first team, but hopefully we can develop him and bring him through. We have put him at Liefering to begin his time at the club. Isaac Johansson is the next one, £7.5 million. He is a player that we have seen before. Can play a wonderful amount of positions. Wide right, wide left, through the middle. I think he's going to be a big asset to the club. 19 years old. He is already capped as a full international, so he has plenty of experience and hopefully he can bring that into the first team. The next player to come in was Michel. He is a centre-back. He has come from Brazil. Again, 6'2". He has good jumping reach at 16, heading only 13, but tackling of 17, pace of 11, acceleration of 13. Good mental stats to go with it. I think he is a player to have invested in for the future, and I really do think he is a player that we can develop. 19 years old. I I think he's going to turn into a bit of a bargain, even though we paid £9.75 million for him. The next one from Subiza for £475,000 is Christian Mutilva. He's a player who can play anywhere through the middle of the park, so a defender, a midfielder, a defensive midfielder. He's Spanish. A good player with a good core, solid set of stats. 18 years old, has a 5-star potential ability against my first team. This is the type of player I think in real life that Red Bull Salzburg and Leipzig would go out and buy. They would try and develop them, bring them through their own youth systems, and then put them into the first team. The next one we have bought is Joe Bursic. He is a young English goalkeeper. He's 22 now, but he was 21 when we signed him. 6'2". He is a player who has been trained through both Wimbledon and Stoke. I think he's a bargain for what he is. Again, I think he's a player that fits the ethos of what Red Bull would do. They go and take young players and start to develop them. I know at 22 he is probably the eldest player that we will purchase, like right at that 21-22 turn. But he has good aerial ability, good kicking, he has reflexes, throw-ins, punching. Everything he's good there. In fact, not punching. I don't know why I said punching. It should have been reflexes, one-on-ones, handling, not punching. Punching is 6, so not very good there. But still, he is the next player that comes into the club, and he will probably become our #1 goalkeeper. The next one is a player that everybody loved on FM21. Not too sure he's as good as he was on 21 in 22, but we are going to have a go at unlocking that potential. It's Rayan Cherki. Obviously, everybody loves him. He is a quick winger who can play through the middle, can play as a makeshift striker too, so lots of options for us. He has had a bright start to his first season with the club, so looking forward to building him up as we go along. And I think there is not much that needs to be said about Mr. Cherki. The last one then, Ezequiel Zeballos. We went out to Argentina. He is a 20-year-old who has come from Boca Juniors. He is another one of those types of players that can play wide left, can play through the middle, can play wide right to go with that as well. 5'9". He has 16 pace, 15 acceleration, 15 dribbling. Finishing and first touch probably do need to be developed, but that is why we are bringing these players to the club. We are putting them through into the first team and then hopefully helping them to achieve their full potential. So that's the transfers that we have made for players coming into the club. I mean, we spent a total of £43.5 million. We received £51 million, so it's a pretty even transfer window. No complaints in terms of the players that have left, apart from Mr. Adeyemi. Really would have liked to have kept him, but if Rayan Cherki can go on and be the player that he has been in previous games, I think we have an exact like for like, and we paid £20 million less than Liverpool did. So then, we have started the season. Let's have a little look at the competitions tab. We will then go to other things and come back to this. But you can see we have started perfectly. 6 played, 6 won, 20 goals, or 20 goal difference, and 18 points. We've been drawn in the Champions League against Chelsea, Porto and Monaco. And we are in the second round of the Unica OFB Cup. So quickly then, let's run through these other tabs. Finances, £94.1 million in the bank now. Only a transfer budget of £4.6 million left after that window that we have just been through. Wage budget is £346,000. We are only spending £287 of that. So lots of room to play with. We are doing well for the financial fair play for the Champions League. Everything is going the right way. The club is making money. Hopefully that can continue. So in terms of the club vision then, let's have a little look at that. So this is a little bit hit and miss. Our job security is very secure. And starting with the club culture, they want to develop players using the club's youth system. Delighted. So high reputation players. Disappointed. Obviously, we're not doing that in this save. It's all about 21s and unders. Sign Ghanaian players, pleased. Not too sure we did that. I think we signed 1. Sign Malian players, disappointed. Obviously, we didn't sign any. Play high-tempo pressing football, they're delighted. Play possession football, very pleased. Play entertaining football, pleased. Do not sign players over the age of 28. We wouldn't do that in this save. Anyway, so moving on down then, 5-year plan. Work within the wage budget, on course. Sign young players, develop for a profit. That is something that really is taking shape at the club. Minimum 2-year contracts for first team players. In terms of the current season, they want to be competitive in the Champions League, they want to win the Bundesliga, and they want to win the OFB Cup. So at the moment, pleased for both the Bundesliga and the OFB Cup, because we're still in it. The league, we are charging clear all of a sudden, and we are perfect from our start. So then, In terms of going forward, they want to win a domestic cup 23-24 and continue to win the league, and that is the main aim going forward. So the board is realistic enough to know that we are probably good enough to win the Austrian Bundesliga. Competing on the Champions League stage is going to be difficult, but we are building a squad that I think will have a great chance further on down the line. So let's go back to the competitions tab then. Let's have a little breakdown of the Bundesliga. Let's look at some stats. You can see at first, played 6, won 6, goal difference of 20, 18 points. We are already 5 points clear of Sturm Graz in second. In terms of the stats, we have a few players at the top of the goal scorers list. So we have Mr. Okafor, Mr. Šeško, Zabias, Seawold and Shirky on the list. Everybody there but Shirky has got 4 goals. We have most assists, Nicolas Capaldo. He is our Argentinian midfielder with 5 assists. He tops the list. Okafor is there with 3, and Zabias also makes the list. In terms of most shots, 4 players there. Janser leads the way, but Zabias, Okafor and Solé are all on that list. Most player of the match awards, that goes to Michael Liendl. We do have Noah Okafor further down the list, only on 1. Most key passes, Isaac Johansson. I was just saying this. He's the perfect type of player at the age of 19 we can develop, and he's already having a big impact on our first team. Nicolas Capaldo is also on that list. Most tackles won, Emmanuel Schreiner. We do have Isaac Johansson on that list too, so you can see the impact of not only his attacking, but also his defending. I think he is a player that can do box-to-boxing, so he really is going to be an asset to the club. Ezekiel Zabias, 19 dribbles made, he made the list there. Most clean sheets, 3 players there. Nico Mantle with 2 and fewest goals conceded. Bursic 2 and Mantle 3, so a bit of rotation within the goalkeepers for the start of the season, but I do believe Bursic will be our number 1 goalkeeper going forward. So the rest of the stats you can see here: expected goals, Okafor 3.76, Šeško 3.56. Penalties, both Okafor and Zabias are 1 of 1. Nothing in the expected goals per shot. Tackles per 90 minutes, Isaac Johansson 3.93. Nicolas Capaldo and Seawold for team goals with 25. Goals per 90 minutes, Okafor 1.18. Games won, Capaldo and Seawold both on 6. And then red cards, Michel with 1. Not a very good start for our big Brazilian. So then that is pretty much how the Bundesliga has started. We are flying. I have a feeling that we are really going to go and take it by the scruff of its neck this year. I think we could also have a really good go in this Champions League group. Chelsea, Porto and Monaco are not the most formidable of teams. I mean, we have had tougher draws, but I do want us to be really competitive, and I think we can at least nick points from Monaco and Porto, and then we just deal with Chelsea as we find them. So then the last thing to look at before we wrap this video up is the squad. Let's have a little look at the assistant report. What do they think is now the best 11 at the club? And they think it is Bursic in goal, Dedic, Onguene, Solé and Todorovic. That's really not our best right back, surely. That must be a mistake. Todorovic is only a 2-star. I'm pretty sure we have got a better right back than that. I will check in a minute. Seawold, Sucic, Capaldo, Okafor, Zabias and Šeško. So looking at that, you would think that we need to strengthen at right back. Let's have a little look at the squad and see. Do we have another right back? Todorovic, Piatowski. Kamil Piatowski can play there, and he is by far a better player than Todorovic. So no worries, no panic, no need to go off the deep end and try and go and sign 4 right backs in the winter transfer window. So that is pretty much how we are getting on at the start of the second season we are on now. 18 points, leading the way, and we are going great. So if you're at this point of the video, you're still watching, firstly, a big thank you for continuing to support the channel. Secondly, if you haven't hit the like and subscribe button, please consider doing so already. It helps the channel so much. Whether it be a comment, a like, a subscribe, all of those things go a long way to help with getting these videos out to so many more people. In tomorrow's episode, we're going to jump forwards, and we are going to go on to, I think, the 3rd or 4th of February, which means the winter transfer window will be done, and there will be another raft of signings to introduce you to. But for this one, I'm going to wrap it there. Please go check out another video on the channel. There is plenty for everybody to go and see, and I will see you on tomorrow's episode of the Red Bull Salzburg Rebuild Challenge.